Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetstudios.com, and today we are going to do the unboxing and full review of the LG L90 Dual. This is a dual SIM phone which was announced in February 2014 from LG at Mobile World Congress. The model number of the phone is LG D410, with which you can actually recognize this because LG has another phone as well which is called L90, which was the previous generation of this phone. So this one can be recognized with this particular model number. Again, I have already unboxed the phone and I have been using this phone for quite a long time now. More than 2 weeks I have been using this phone. So today I'm going to do the unboxing and full review of this phone. And before I tell you more about the phone, let's take a look what we have inside the package and how does the package look like. So this is how the package looks like. Very simple. Again, this is the Indian package which we have with us, and you do have Nimbus application with 100 minutes of free international calls available once you buy this phone. So you will have this application pre-installed. This phone also supports the knock code, which is a kind of unlocking method from LG. And when we take a look over the back side, we can see there are some specifications which has been mentioned. So you have 11.9 centimeter QHD display. So the exact display size is 4.7 inch, and you have 1.2 gigahertz fast quad-core processor. Again, we will show you the details of this processor as well. You have Android on this device, 8 megapixel of rear camera, and you have 2540 mAh battery. It is a dual SIM phone which supports dual standby, and smart forward feature is supported. That means if you are getting a call on SIM 1, the call will be forwarded to the SIM 2 in case the SIM 2 is active. And then you have knock code supported, as we already told you. So this is how the package looks like. And if we take a look over this side on the package price, the MRP which is mentioned in the box is 19,000, whereas this device is easily available in the market for a price of 15 to 16,000 rupees as of now in the market. And it has handset and other things inside the package. So let's open it, and we have already opened the device. So open the package, so the device is there. Let's open it and see what we have apart from the device inside the package. So these are all the things which you will get inside the package, which includes the quick start guide from LG for this particular phone. You have the charger over there, and when it comes to the output current from this charger, I can tell you that as well. Let me just open this package and show you the output current from the charger. So it is a 0.85 milliampere charger. It is not 1 ampere charger. It is not a very fast charger, but pretty okay for this phone. This is how the headphones look like. Again, I have not used these headphones because again they are very standard. I used them once and then I put them inside the package. So these are very standard headphones. Don't expect very good sound quality from these. The bass levels are really low, and you do have a module over here to pick the call. So you have a button to pick the call, although there are no volume controls, and this is how the audio lead will look like. Apart from this, you also get this micro USB to USB cable for data syncing and charging, and these are all the things which you will get within the package of this phone. So let me just keep all these things aside and let me just show you the phone closely now. Now here we have the LG L90 Dual, and this phone looks very good. It is quite a handy phone. You can easily use this phone with one hand. You have the LG UI which is running on top of Android, and the UI is quite smooth. There is no lag in any animations or any kind of UI. Everything is kind of smooth and running quite nicely on this device without any issues as far as UI is concerned. You do have some additional widgets for the weather and other things which we will show you. So let's take a look over the phone as far as connectivity and buttons are concerned. At the bottom we can see we have the back button over there, which is a touch capacitor button. You have the capacitor home button, you have settings key, and you have a dual SIM button over there to switch in between the SIM cards. So all these buttons does not have LED backlit, so they will not light up whenever you touch them. When you take a look over the top, you can see the logo of LG. You have the metallic earpiece below the glass, and if we take a look over this side, we have the volume locker, which is a plastic button. It is slightly inside but gives you decent amount of feedback, not very great amount of feedback you will get. On the top you have 3.5mm audio jack. You have the IA blaster as well on this device, and you have a secondary microphone over here. At the back side you have 8 megapixel camera with LED flash for the low light photos or for the torch. You have the power and sleep key over here, which is a small button. Again, this button is quite inside the phone surface, so does not give you great feedback. At the bottom you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. You have a primary microphone over here as well, and you do have a shiny, or not a very shiny, but a silver line, which is again a plastic thing which is going across the edges, which does make this phone look quite premium. And again, the quality of material in the plastic which has been used on the phone is pretty nice. This phone does not look like a cheap phone. It feels pretty good in hand. You have a very nice grip as well because of the matte finish texturized back cover, which again will give you a good nice grip when you hold this device in hand. You can always remove the back cover, and I can show you the same for the battery. Let me just get rid of this back cover. So the back cover easily comes out. It is not a very tight fit. You have the lithium ion battery over here, which is 2540 milliampere hour battery. You have the SIM card slot 1 and the SIM card slot 2 is below. Both of them are normal size SIM card. You have a micro SD memory card slot over here to expand the storage. Up to 32 GB of micro SD memory card will be supported on this phone. So these are all the things as far as connectivity, build quality, form factor is concerned. Let's take a look of the software. So this is how the lock screen look like. On the lock screen you have the date indication, the time, date, and some other alerts for the SIM card if there is any call or missed calls or messages. And this is how the notification center look like. As you can see, you do have toggle over here for the brightness, with which you can increase and decrease the brightness. Right now we just took a screenshot of that. So this is how the notification center look like, which looks fairly easy and simple to use. You do have some additional application shortcuts over here with which you can launch these applications in small pop-up windows kind of a scenario, so you can do that. This is how the home screen look like. Again, you have like 5 home screen, which you can increase up to 7 maximum. Let's take a look over the settings, and I can show you the other things for the device. First of all, we will go into general and take a look over the version of Android. So first of all, let me just show you the version of Android. For that, I think we need to go into common. Yeah, over here under software information, we have the version of Android which is 4.4.2, which is KitKat. And this is something which is very good about this device, that you have KitKat preloaded. And again, when it comes to update center, you do have application updates as well as software updates supported on this device over there. So you can update the version of Android on this device using this update center, which is there inside settings. Let's take a look over the storage scenario. So when it comes to storage, the inbuilt storage of this device is approximately 8 GB, out of which approximately 3.87 is going to be available to the user, which is kind of low, I would say. I was expecting around 5 GB of storage available to the user, but as of now we get around 3.87 GB, and the current available storage is 2.36, as we have already downloaded some applications and games. So the exact storage is 3.87, but right now available is 2.36 GB. You do have micro SD memory card slot as well supported, and again, you cannot install applications on the SD card. This is something I would like to tell you. As far as RAM is concerned, on the RAM scenario, it has 1 GB of RAM, and I can show you the current scenario. Out of 1 GB of RAM, approximately 282 MB of RAM is free and 602 MB of RAM is used. So again, this device does not have very good amount of RAM free, which will affect especially when you plan to play some high definition games on this device. Although you can play high definition games on this device, but they might lag, especially in case you have too many applications running in the background. When it comes to brightness, you do have the brightness control over there. You can set it to night brightness, but you do not have automatic brightness supported on this device, as we can confirm you. However, there are some sensors over there, which includes the proximity sensor, but looks like the ambient light sensor is not there, so automatic brightness is not supported as what I can see. So taking a look of the phone dialer, this is how the phone dialer look like. And again, when it comes to phone dialer, I can dial a number easily, and in case I want to make a video call, I do not have the option for the same, so I cannot make a video call directly from here. However, I can go to the messaging application and show you the interface. So here we have the messaging application interface. The kind of keyboard you have on this device is not stock Android, it is a custom keyboard. However, you do not have continuous input supported, so you do not have swipe to type supported, but it will give you all the suggestions whenever you type on this particular keyboard. You can always change it with the Android L keyboard, which is already available on the Play Store now, so you can replace it, but by default the keyboard is okay. However, the keys are slightly smaller in size, but with this 4.7-inch display phone, you will not face much problem while typing on this device. This is something I can say. Taking a look at the system information on this device, the model number is LG D410. As we already told you, you have got ARM-V7 processor on this device, clocked at 1.2 GHz. It is a quad-core CPU from Qualcomm MSM8226 chipset. When it comes to the display, you have QHD display on this device, 540x960, and the GPU which we have on the device is Adreno 305 GPU. And when it comes to sensors, these are all the sensors which we have on this device. This device has almost all the sensors required, including accelerometer sensor, magnetic field sensor, gravity, linear acceleration, rotation, geomagnetic rotation vector sensor, and all those sensors which you will require. You also have a pedometer sensor, which is this one, the pedestrian activity monitor sensor. So you do have motion sensor as well on this device. That means you can actually use application from the Play Store to track your steps and count your calories on the day-to-day usage, of this phone basically. And this is definitely going to be helpful because you don't need any extra smart band to actually do that with this phone. The score which we have got on Quadrant is 8742 and CPU is 33146, memory is 2914, input output is 4784, 2D is 556 and 3D is 2308. And this is how it ranks in between the other devices, as you can see on Quadrant benchmark. Here we have the score for this device on Antutu benchmark utility, and this is how the score look like. We have got a score of 15837, and if we take a look at the detailed score, this is how it looks like for the UX, for the RAM, CPU, GPU, input output operation. And when it comes to the benchmarks, I can show you the benchmarks as well over here in terms of ranking. So this device is below all the other devices in terms of the benchmark score which we have got on Antutu. But again, this one does not make a difference because in day-to-day usage this device is as fast as any other smartphone out there in this particular price segment, and it is pretty good to use without issues of any UI lag or without any problem with the usage. I have actually used this phone for 2 weeks. When it comes to multi-touch, this device supports around 8-point multi-touch. However, I was expecting 10-point multi-touch. Now here we have the camera UI, and again we are going to test the camera on this device. We have an 8-megapixel camera at the back, which is decent enough. When it comes to autofocus, it does have autofocus and it will focus the specific object which is there in the center automatically. When it comes to the modes, you do have different kind of modes like normal, panorama mode, content shooting mode, time shot mode as well. Sports mode is also there for high speed moving objects. And when it comes to settings, I can show you the settings. So we have 8-megapixel photos which are supposed to be taken from the device, which is this image size. We have timer over here, geotag, volume key can also be used to take the photo. So all this is possible. And when we talk about the front camera, I can show you the front camera as well. This is how the front camera look like. You can do a decent video chat, not a high definition video chat from the front camera. You have to make sure that you hold the device stable, unless the feed will be hazy. And again, the front camera is not too great. Let me just take this photo as of now with light to show you the quality of the camera, and I will take this photo again without light. So again, we are taking both of these photos in a room with some artificial light. So we have taken both of these photos, and let me just show you them. And over here I can show you the photos. So this is the photo which we have clicked with light. This one is looking pretty good in terms of the details. However, when we zoom in, we can see that the details are not that great, but still the overall color production of the photo which has been done as per the original object, which is looking pretty good. And here we have better color production, I would say, because the other one was looking slightly oversaturated in terms of colors, whereas this one is slightly natural, but this one does not have very good amount of details. But again, both of these photos have came out to be pretty good. We have taken some more photos as well on this device in daylight, which are looking pretty good as well. However, don't expect good amount of details in the photos, but they look very good, at least on this display. This is something I can say. So the color production and the camera quality is much better, especially when you take the photos in daylight. In low light it is decent but not too great. When it comes to the video resolution, the resolution at which you can record video from the rear camera, it's 720p, or you can also record high definition video, it's 1080p. And again, you can play high definition videos both at 720p as well as at 1080p from the rear on this device as far as display is concerned. And when it comes to the front camera, I can show you the resolution for the front camera as well. So when it comes to the front camera is VGA. The highest resolution at which it can record the video is 640x480. On Ninamark we have got a score of 56.3 FPS, and again this device can run high definition games as well, including Modern Combat 4 and Nova 3 as well. We have played games like Temple Run OZ and Subway Surfer, and we have also played Frontline Commando D-Day, and all these games ran pretty fine. So once you have storage on this device, you can install almost any game on this device. It can run the same without much of an issue. You might notice slight amount of frame drop, but the overall gaming experience is going to be pretty smooth. So now we are playing this game called Frontline Commando D-Day, and this game on this device till now is running quite smoothly. There is no issue. Graphics are fine, all the touchstones are visible, and I can easily access the controls. There is no problem while playing this game till now, and I do not notice any kind of frame drops as well. So the game is running quite smoothly. There is slight amount of frame drops definitely, but the overall gaming experience is not very much affected because of that. Now here we have another game called Temple Run OZ, and this game is running smoothly without any issues. As you can see, the gravity sensor on the device is also working well. The response from the touchscreen is quite instant. There is no issue with that. Graphics are loading fine. I do not notice any kind of frame drops till now, and this game is running quite smoothly without any issues, and I can see the shadow of the player and the graphics being rendered quite nicely and smoothly. So you can play this game without any issues on this device, and other games like Temple Run, Subway Surfer, Temple Run 2 can also be played like this. So now we are playing this game called Blood and Glory. And this game is running quite smoothly without any graphic lag. As you can see, so you can play this game without any issues on this device. Now when it comes to application which will come pre-installed, you have all the Google application which will come pre-installed. You also get a file manager, you have FM radio which will come pre-installed. You also have LG backup application which will allow you to back up the contents of your phone, some data, picture, memory and other things. You can back up to your LG online storage with the help of LG backup application. And then you have other applications. You also have Update Center which will allow you to update the version of Android on this device without connecting this device to a PC, and all these applications will come pre-installed. You also have LG Smart World think free viewer and box application, which is an online storage application. So all these applications which will come preferred. When it comes to widgets, I can show you the widgets as well. So there are some custom widgets which have been specifically designed for this phone, which you will get. Apart from that, all the regular application will be there. So as you can see, we are playing a YouTube video from our channel, and first of all, let me just show you the viewing angles. So when it comes to the viewing angles on this display are pretty good. You can see the display from extreme angles without much of an issue, but at some of the angles you will notice slight amount of color fading and blackening of the display, but from the left and right there is no problem. As far as loudspeaker is concerned, the loudspeaker is pretty loud, but not the loudest which we have heard. It is actually at the back side, which can be easily covered and muffled at times. So if you place the device like this on a table, this loudspeaker might get muffled and the sound will get blocked, because the loudspeaker is actually at the back side and it is kind of a flat. So in case you place it on a flat table, it will be an issue. And when it comes to playing YouTube video or any video on this device, you can play them on high definition quality as well. However, this video right now is running at 480p, but you do have the facility of playing high definition videos on this device. Now when it comes to OTG support, let's check for the same, and let me just connect this OTG flash drive to this device and see whether it detects the same or not. So it has not detected the same. That means OTG is not supported on this device, and I can connect it again. So OTG feature is not supported. As far as LED flashlight is concerned, you do have that on this device, so which will light up for missed calls and other alerts, as well as it will light up for charging as well whenever the device is supposed to be charged or charging. The overall battery backup which you get from this device is pretty decent. You get more than 1 day battery backup. I have been getting more than 1 day battery backup with moderate usage. In case you watch a lot of videos or you play some games, then in that case it will give you around 1 day battery backup. But if you don't do any of these things in much amount, then in that case it will give you more than 1 day battery backup quite easily. So that's all from us as far as the full hands-on review of the LG L90 Dual. This is a pretty decent device, quite good value for money, I would like to say. Do let me know if you have any specific questions for this device. I would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.